Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my channel, Playfulness. So today I've got a very interesting topic for you. It's all about being playful. So I briefly touched on this in the first video. I just want to elaborate more as to why this energy of playfulness can actually do wonders for your life. So I did mention in the first video that you should do some research on neuroscience. So basically, when you're in an imaginative state, when you're in a state of imagination, imagining any kind of reality that you prefer, what happens in your neural pathway systems, the pathways of your brain, is that they become more malleable, they become more changeable. And these pathways represent, as I stated, the thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions that you have held in the past, and that is perpetuating itself. So what the playful state does, what the imaginative state does, which they both coincide, they're both the same thing, is that it brings you to a place where you're open. And in that space where you're open, your ability to mold and change your reality is quite apparent. So, to keep it short today, first video is very long. I just want to explain the dynamics of the self-perpetuating system of playfulness. So you take yourself to a playful attitude, you assume the playful position, a circumstance happens, let's just say one that you do not prefer. Okay, so what you need to do is assume a playful state, because I can almost guarantee you that you are taking that situation seriously, and that is why the feelings echo that sentiment. So what you need to do, assume the playful state. Then from assuming the playful state, what will actually happen is that you'll find yourself in the midst of creativity. So what this means is, once you're in a playful state, then you've opened more pathways in your brain, enabling you to access more information. So the ability to access more information is creativity. You are able to take something mundane, take something that you do not prefer, take something negative and transform it and mold it in a way that you desire. So in that creative state is where you can actually mold your reality. And in creativity, you're open. There's an openness, and in openness, there is opportunity. So if ever you want to manifest something in your life, or you want to achieve something, or you want to change something, anything to do with ensuring that your intentions manifest into reality, you need to approach it from the playful state. Okay, so in that playful state, creativity will come. Creativity thus implies that you are able to take that situation and mold it into a form that you prefer, and that coercively ensures that you are open, and in being open you see opportunities for that image that you have placed in your mind to be congruent with it. So what this means basically is that once you're in that state of being open, you see opportunities that were always here. That's one thing that playfulness enables you to pry into, is the nature of reality, which states that everything that you desire is already right here and now. So the reason why we do not see it is because vibrationally and from the sense of our perceptions, we are closed off from it, because we have assumed one particular way of looking at something. Thus, we eliminate all other possibilities and lenses of actually seeing it. So in that playful state and in that creative state, you create the ability to actually access that portion of reality, that 0 point where all things exist, where everything is manifested already. And you take yourself to that point, and then you start seeing the opportunities that are actually there, that you could not actually see before. I recall the time where I was playing a competition. I didn't actually win it, but what actually happened in the process actually made me understand the power of my mind. So I was looking to manifest the wild track Ford, but one of the requirements of the competition was that if you spent over 1,000 rand, then you can actually submit it. So at that time, I didn't have a lot of money, so I only had one entry. So I went to the competition, the vibe was all good, and I just kept telling myself, I kept believing that I'm going to win this car. And lo and behold, somebody else won it. But in the process of me setting that intention, every time I was on the road, I would see that car. Because I assumed a playful state. In that playful state, I was open to possibilities. I was in an imaginative state. I was like, okay, this is a reality that I prefer. And in being creative, so the opportunities, not necessarily the opportunities, but in being creative, I was able to take that situation of desiring that car and also ensuring that I convinced my body that that reality can actually be experienced. One thing I did do in that sense was take it for a test drive. I actually went and took that car out for a test drive. And that was the ability of being creative, of seeing what is already there and working with it. And in being creative, now you're seeing the opportunities. Now I saw the opportunity of actually getting that car, you see. So if I was persistent and insistent on actually getting that car, I would have, if I always continuously assume the playful state. So the playful state opens up reality. It opens up, it broadens it, and it broadens the magnitude of your consciousness as well. So anything that you tackle in life, understand that there's an absolute, there's an assumption that we're all working on, that life is serious. Life is something to be taken seriously. I beg to differ. When you look at nature, when you look at living organisms, in fact, observing my dog, I realized just how fundamental the energy of play is. And if you study monkeys as well, you'll realize that a large portion of their time is actually spent playing. So in the human society, in the human condition, we have almost eliminated the sense of play in our lives. And we have a higher ability to play in the sense that we are able to view a circumstance and look at it in a playful way. And in being playful, we're able to change it. The fabric of life, the fabric of existence, in my opinion, the universe is playful. There's no seriousness to it. There is no place where the universe is actually going that is a serious destination that cannot be altered or changed. Change is a law of life, and change transpires easiest when you're in a playful state. Okay, so if ever you want to get yourself into a playful state, you need to practice meditation as well. I did mention this in the first video, because then you're gonna be able to shift the focus of your awareness into something more playful. But the easiest way to actually get yourself in a playful state is change your basic assumption on life. Change it. If you're content with seeing life as being serious, then you will struggle, you will suffer, and you will experience a long duration of time to manifest your things that you really want to manifest. But if you take yourself to a playful state, there's an acceleration that happens. Why? Because you use up what you already have, and you're playful with it. You're not taking it seriously, and because you're not taking it seriously, you're not coming and approaching that situation with assumptions and beliefs and perspectives that you have already assumed yourself. So I did mention this in the first video as well, like the time when I was a child, I would always play with my action figures, and the reason why this brought so much joy to me is because I was able to escape the person that I was and pretend to be somebody totally different. In fact, somebody higher than what I was at that present time. So if ever you want to change yourself, be playful. Understand that you don't need to be in the situation that you're in now. You can just change it just like that by allowing yourself to play and mold reality in a way that you desire. Okay, so this is all for today. Just trying to echo the truth that life needs to be approached in a playful way. Once you approach life in a playful way, things happen for you in a much easier um, way. So thank you very much, guys, for listening to my second video. Much shorter. Yeah, so please subscribe. And to end it off, as I always end it off, for those who seek, seek no more, for in the present we find it all. Thank you very much.